Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. With Avengers Infinity War fast approaching, nerds and non-nerds alike are eagerly awaiting the arrival of Thanos, the Mad Titan. But what if this death-obsessed, superpowered villain resided not in the pages of comic books or the silver screen, but was actually real? Let's explore. By the way, if comic books are your bag, and if you're watching this video I suspect they might be, head on over to Top 10 Nerd. It's a sister channel hosted by Kelly Powley, Roya Destroya, and yours truly, where we talk about all things nerd. I'll see you over there. But for now, get ready, it's time to ask the question, what if Thanos was real? In order to avoid similarities with other lists like what if superheroes were real, this video will assume that Thanos is the only superpowered individual, so we won't have superheroes to help us and he won't have supervillains to help him. First of all, we should probably go over the capabilities of the Mad Titan, since most people aren't particularly knowledgeable about the guy. Thanos is the most powerful of the Eternals from the planet Titan. He has greatly enhanced strength, speed, stamina, and healing. He's extremely smart and super durable. He's even survived attacks at point-blank range that would have destroyed a planet. He can teleport thanks to his link to his techno-mystical transport chair, can manipulate matter, and has powerful telepathic abilities. One thing we would have going for us is that Thanos wouldn't have much help. Based on the stipulations given at the beginning, Thanos wouldn't have any superpowered allies, so his powerful Black Order wouldn't be a problem. However, the many dangerous inventions and creations of Thanos could certainly have terrible results. For example, he's been known to make impressive and powerful clones of himself, called Thanosai, that he can make to do his bidding, usually. He also has access to a variety of robotic drones, which serve a number of functions, although in this case, battle drones would probably be the most relevant. So Thanos has his own powers, clones, and robotic drones, not to mention whatever powerful weaponry he brings to the table. What would happen if he attacked the Earth? Well, one big question would be whether or not the Infinity Stones and Infinity Gauntlet existed in this hypothetical world. If Thanos was real, but the Stones and Gauntlet were not, he would certainly be a threat, but one that we could deal with. If he attacked the Earth, the nations of the world would need to unite to defend against the alien threat. Nuclear weapon production would begin in earnest to be used against invading spaceships. Militaries from around the world would work together to fight off the invaders. It would be tough and the odds would be against us, but we could potentially come out on top if we were lucky. Of course, if we lost the war, it's likely that the world would be decimated, and humanity and other animal life would be extinguished. But if we were victorious, it could begin a new era for humanity. Perhaps the global cohesion would stick, allowing the countries of the world to unite under a single banner. This could prevent or at least limit warfare between nations on Earth, allowing us to focus on scientific and technological advancement in hopes of colonizing new worlds. Furthermore, the existence of Thanos and his impressive inventions could help humanity to advance technologically. Many of his abilities, such as teleportation, would baffle scientists and could potentially lead to significant advances here on Earth. Even if we were unable to salvage his technology, the mere knowledge that something is possible can often aid researchers to discover a method to achieve it, kind of like the invention of the Ansible in Ender's Game. Of course, it's possible that we would go back to business as usual after his defeat, with various countries squabbling over who deserves more credit, who needs more help rebuilding, or who should have more power in the future world. But let's stay optimistic for now. If, however, Thanos did have the Infinity Gauntlet, optimism wouldn't get you very far. When fitted with the 6 Infinity Stones, the Infinity Gauntlet gives its bearer control over time, space, power, reality, minds, and the soul. That is to say, it makes a person able to do essentially anything they damn well please. And the thing with Thanos is that his goal is to kill a bunch of people to impress the female personification of death with whom he is in love. It's a long story. The bottom line is, if Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet, he would win and we would probably all die. And now we return to our question, what if Thanos was real? Well, this would largely depend on whether or not he has the Infinity Gauntlet. If he didn't have it, we could potentially win the war against him and his creations, and it could usher in an era of peace and prosperity to Earth. However, if he had the Gauntlet, or he didn't but still won the war, humanity would be in big trouble. We'd probably be killed to appease his bay death, and Thanos would go off in search of more lives to destroy. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that he does not, in fact, exist. Thank you for watching Life's Biggest Questions. I hope this was interesting and informative, and maybe even inspired you to look into it further on your own. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below. While you're down there, let me know what superhero you would most like to be friends with. And as I said earlier, if you're looking for some nerdy videos, check out Top 10 Nerd. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Life's Biggest Questions, wishing you the best of luck on your quest for answers.